Hi, welcome back. In last session, we have saw how we can develop a simple MUnit test case, and also we have saw how we can assert the payload to do the validations. In last session, we have used assert equals. We along with assert equals, we also have other ways to do the assertions. The assert equals, it's just used to do the equal assertion. Whenever we would like to do only equals assertion, then we can make use of assert equals. Assert that. The assert that contains a lot of matcher functions to do different type of assertions. We will see what are the all matchers available. Those are categorized into core matchers, string matchers, comparable matchers, iterable and map matchers. And apart from assert equals, assert that, we also have assert expression. Here it has provided data weave assertions library, whereas we can able to write assertions in transform message using data view logic. Let's continue our example with assert that and assert expression. Then I will show you what are all the matchers available in assert that and what are all the data view assertions library have. Let's get started. In last session, we have developed a simple test case. There we have passed two attributes as query params. Those are first name, last name, and we are calling the flow. Then we are using assert equals to assert the response stream, response payload. Now, if we see here, we also have assert expression, assert that. Let's see example of each both, then we will discuss about the matches and data view functions. Those are available. In real time, we never write duplicate of test cases, but in this session, I am going to write duplicate of test cases to understand the difference between these three. Let's have one more test case, just drag and drop test, and let me copy paste the same to make use of the same, but we use here different one. So here let me remove copy of from everywhere. Let me change this name to Mule Hello API success test case assert that demo. Now let's go to MUnit tools, drag and drop assert that. And in assert that, we have a field called expression. Here we need to provide what we would like to assert. I would like to assert payload.message. By default, it is giving a method as not null value, but I wanted to do equals assertions. Let's see what are all the functions available from assert that MUnit tools. The syntax is MUnit tools : then the function. Let's go to data view, and here let's remove this. If you remove this and click on control space, we would able to see what are all the matcher functions available. So these many assertions we can able to do using assert that. But using assert equals, we would able to do only one assertion, that is equals. When we have equals, straight and forward go with assert equals. But when we would wanted to do different type of matchers assertions, then go ahead with assert that or assert expression. Now we see here different methods available, correct? Now let's go ahead with equal to. And here I want to assert the response message that we are getting over the response. Just put here, save it. And here we see a link. If I click on this, it will open what are all the different matches are available. Those are core, string, comparable, iterable. Let's come back here and see the available functions one by one. Let's complete the use case first. Now, let me run this MUnit test suite. We never write duplicate of test cases as a written here. I just want to demonstrate the difference between assert equals and assert that, then assert expression. That is the reason I am writing duplicate of test cases, but going forward, we will write test cases at least which covers 80% of the coverage, which includes both positive and negative test cases. Let's wait, it was deploying. It's deployed. Now MUnit test cases will be run. The Mule API has started. Now MUnit test case execution has started. We can see the green and run 2 by 2. Even if I expand here, the Mule both test cases has succeeded. So this way we would also able to do assert that. And next, let's see how we can work with assert expression. Let's have one more test case test suite. Here, let me copy paste same. Now let's have assert expression from MUnit tools. Let me remove copy of. And if we open assert expression, by default, we would be able to see some logic. Here, we need to import the available functions from a library called dw::test::assets. And here, by default, it is doing not be null validation. Let's change it to payload must equal to. Don't worry about these functions. I will show you what are all the functions are available. And it should be equal to message, and the message we are going to get it as welcome to Mule Chinnareddy. Let's put the same, save it. Don't worry about these errors. The latest studio was not able to get metadata while design, but when we deploy it, it will work fine. Let's save and run the test case again. We can get a question, then which one we should use? Should we use assert expression or assert that? There are few functions available unique from assert expression and assert that. Whenever we have need of such function, go for corresponding one. In remaining cases, we can use either asset that or asset expression based on our choice. Better to use asset that compared to asset expression. That asset expression sometimes might not give fulfilled error message when a test case fails, whereas asset that would able to give the error message that what we configure. Now we can see 3 by 3 test cases run successfully, and here we can see all three has green symbol. So this way we work with assertions. Let's see the available matches from asset that and asset expression. Coming to core matches, make sure you will go through this documentation and understand what are the different functions available. If we remember these functions, then only we would be able to recall what assertion we should be able to perform when we develop a test case. We have null value, it checks whether the expression is null. Not null value, it checks whether the expression is not null. And we want to check with media type, then we can go with media type. In similar way with encoding, both when we wanted to do two assertions at a time, we can make use of both. And if we wanted to find with either of the assertion is success, then we can go with either. We can validate whether is its object or not, and any one of array matches, we can have collection of matches as array, and we can have validation at least one of is success. And also in similar way, all of array matches should be fulfilled. And we have string matches, and we can check whether that particular response payload contains specific string or not. And it starts with specific string and it ends with specific string. Is it empty string? Is empty or a null string? We can equal to, we can do equal by ignoring the case, and you can do equal ignoring white spaces. String contains in order array of string, whether it is in order. And in similar way, we have comparable matches greater than, suppose we are doing some arithmetic relate operations or any number based validations, then we can go for greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, close to the number or not, equal to that. And coming to iterable and map matches, we have every item. So we can able to validate every item is belongs to that particular matcher or not, and a object as item or not, and also it has size or 0 in size, or we can check is empty. And also we can check it as key, the particular key, it has a value, particular value of the object. So these type of matcher functions we have. Coming to the asset expression, we have one more connector in MUnit tools where we would able to write data view script as we written just now, like this. And here we would able to see what are the different functions available in data view assertions library. We have similar type of functions here too, but there are few unique. We want to see whether is the object or not, we can see, and we can see any of array matches, and is it array or not, and is it blank, it's a boolean or not, is it be empty, be greater than, be lower than, be null, be number, be object, be one of, be string, contain each item is belongs to particular matcher, it ends with or equal to. If you see, those are repeating, so we can go for asset that or asset expression, have key, have size, have value. It must be between these matches, not be null, starts with. So these are the different assertion like functions available in data view assertions library. Okay, that's all about this session. We'll see you in next session. Thank you. Happy learning.